Country team members. Stacy, your executive director here. I would like to talk to you guys about something that you're going to be hearing a lot about at your site coming up here pretty soon, and that is our Kids Country strategic plan. So I want to address some questions that you might be wondering about or having in your head, just kind of as an introduction, and then you're going to hear a lot more about this plan over the next few months. So no worries, I'm going to try not to talk too fast, but like to give you an introduction to our strategic plan. So the first question that I think you might all be asking is, what is a strategic plan? So a strategic plan is basically a roadmap for an organization to follow. So a series of steps, a series of goals that any organization, whether you're a corporation or a nonprofit like us, a set of goals that we can work towards achieving together. So something that we can lay out based off of data that we've gathered, and a set of goals that we're going to work towards together. So Kids Country embarked on the strategic planning process about a year ago. We started gathering a bunch of data. Many of you guys may have been a part of focus groups or staff surveys. We interviewed parents, we interviewed children, and got a lot of great responses, a lot of great feedback about what does Kids Country do well? What do we not do so well? What are the areas where we should focus on, where we can make the greatest impact? What are our strengths and how do we utilize those? So we created this strategic plan over the course of gathering data and then putting together a final product. And we have been lucky enough to come up with 7 key strategic initiatives. And you're going to see a lot of those strategic initiatives over the next few weeks, but I'll give you a kind of a teaser view. We have this beautiful layout of what these 7 strategic initiatives are, but your site director is going to go through those with you. They've gone through a lot of training on what these initiatives are all about, and so you're going to begin to hear about those. So stay tuned to see more about this. But basically, the most important thing to know about a strategic plan is it's a roadmap for all of us to work towards together, and that it comes from data that we gathered from our parents, our kids, and our staff. And we had over 300 responses in the form of parent surveys, child staff surveys, or focus groups. So we have a lot of data supporting that this is the direction that Kids Country should be going. So we're now in the process of rolling it out, and we need your help. We need all of the frontline staff, all Kids Country team members to know what these goals are and to help us to achieve them. So the next question that you might be asking yourself is, why does this matter to me? Why does it matter to our families? Why does it matter to our kids? Like, what's the big deal? So why this should matter to you is being a part of something bigger. We are a nonprofit organization that serves many children, over 2,000 children every day, and we all want to do our best. I think we all agree that we want to constantly be doing our best, constantly be improving, learning, working hard to make sure that these kids get the best of us, the best of our facilities, the best of our staff, and the best of the resources that we have been given by our families to pass on to them. So this is important because it keeps us all chugging in the same direction together. So that's why it should matter to you. It matters to our families because they're paying us for services, and we want to be good stewards of their dollars, their money that they give us. We want to make sure that we're using their dollars appropriately, and that we're making sure that we are delivering a quality product and a quality service to them, and to, most importantly, to their children. So the next question, how will this affect my day-to-day work? So immediately you might not feel that it's going to affect your day-to-day work. Over time, I hope this will just be kind of turning a battleship, changing how we all think about our work. Instead of a series of tasks, whether it's serving snack or supervising outside playtime or running a club, that we're really thinking about bigger things like what are these interactions providing to these children in the form of character development or social skills, and what are the additional things that we can offer our kids above and beyond the normal or kind of basic after school program, homework help, snack time, that kind of stuff. So how do we elevate what we're doing? And so you're going to receive a lot of support around that, whether it's trainings or webinars, more videos like this coming from a lot of our subject matter experts, and we would love to see any of our staff that excel in an area offer some training to each other and use each other as a resource. So you'll begin to see little things in your day-to-day that will just change the way that we're thinking about how we do things. There will also be some bigger changes that will come to the day-to-day, like we're looking at totally changing our registration process and our billing procedures and how parents pay their bill and how they sign up for contracts, moving entirely to an online system that's much more efficient and allows our site staff to spend more time focusing on the kids and the staff rather than the day-to-day kind of mundane tasks. So you'll begin to see little things pop up that will change your day-to-day and hopefully all be for the best. So the next question that we have is, what's the timeline for the strategic plan? So it'd be very easy to get overwhelmed with all these 7 initiatives that we need to work on, and we know that. And so this is a 3 to 5 year strategic plan. So we're looking to really look at what can we get done this year, what's achievable this year, what can we work on next year, and then out into the 5-year time frame. So this is something that's going to be we're going to be focused on for 5 years, which is a long time. So it makes it a little bit easier to digest when you think of it that way, that we have 5 years to work on these goals, not just 1 year. So the last question, who can I contact if I have any questions? The first person I'd point you to is your site director. They're your best resource. Like I said, they've attended a lot of meetings on the subject of the strategic plan. Many of them were deeply involved in the process of giving and receiving feedback around what the goals should look like, and they are your greatest resource. Also, you have all of us here in the office. Anne is our program director, Lisa is our HR manager, Gina is our finance director, Jessica is our community engagement manager, and myself. I would love to hear from you if you have any questions or concerns. The most important thing to the success of this, that's going to be the success of the rollout of this plan, is communication. Openly communicating with each other about what we're worried about or what we think is going to be challenging, and then supporting each other through the process. So it's very exciting. I hope you guys all can be excited about it as well. I want you guys to know that I appreciate all of you and the work that you do every day. I've seen much of it this school year, and it's definitely kicked off to be an amazing year. And in thinking about this strategic plan, I would like people to not think of it as in any way saying that what we have been doing isn't good enough. This is just about us continuing to grow and learn and elevate ourselves and challenge ourselves to just be the best that we possibly can be. And we absolutely need your support to do that. We need to make sure that we're all on the same page and we're all excited about this, and that we can all support each other through what can be a really exciting few years at Kids Country. So with that, that's your strategic plan introduction. And like I said, stay tuned. You're going to hear a lot more about it over the next few weeks, and I hope you're as excited about it as I am. So thanks for your time. Have a great day.